Hey guys, Anyone Extreme RT here, making a quick video on Rift free-to-play and my thoughts because it's been highly requested of people making, asking me to make a video about what I actually think about it. And right now, I'm just admiring my new wardrobe slash raid gear set I have on my rogue. Looks pretty fucking wicked. But anyways, I'm going to do some farming here while I talk about what I think about free-to-play. So, listen in and enjoy. I mean, it's going to be pretty straightforward. The number one complaint I see about people in a free-to-play game is whether it's pay-to-win. And even if it was going to be pay-to-win, which Rift is not going to be, it really doesn't matter because no amount of gear will replace skill. No amount of raid marks will replace skill. No amount of PvP marks will replace skill in PvP. If you're not good at the game, it doesn't matter how much you pay, you're still gonna suck. And if you are good at the game and want to buy some fluff items, well, then there you go. Most people that are good and have cleared all the content in the game, like myself, who have, full sets of raid gear, it really doesn't affect us. Pretty much free to play for everybody that's, as advanced or as far along in the game as I am. For us, it's just free to play means that the game stays exactly the way it is. It still stays badass, except for we get a ton of free stuff, get a bunch of fluff items. So it's not really a big issue, in my opinion. Another thing I see people complain about all the time is they're like, oh my god, all the baddies are gonna come to play free to play. And yes, that's true, and no, it's not true at the same time because a lot of the people that play video games, older people, they have kids. They have a family to take care of, they have bills to pay, and, yeah, they could probably afford a one-time payment on a game, but maybe a subscription isn't feasible for them. So going free to play is, will allow them to, enjoy the game as everyone else does. And, maybe they can afford to buy a couple dollars worth of, fluff items a month, but not be able to spend $15 a month on a subscription. So, and, a good majority of them people are probably people that grew up playing World of Warcraft and now have families and kids, and, they want to get back into a really good MMO, but they just can't, see spending the money on a monthly sub. And, I would say a good portion of the people that do come to play the game are going to, be fairly decent. They're going to have MMO experience. Another thing that I think about when Rift goes free to play is that, everybody acts as like the game is instantly going to be filled with bad people. While unless some people can instantly get to level 60, that isn't going to happen in any time soon. It's going to be at least a month or two before even the fastest players, fastest levelers that join the game actually get up to 60 in the raids. And when it comes to raiding, if you're in a guild that has any sort of standard, you're not going to allow bads into your guild unless you're, like, let's say a casual guild or a role-playing guild or something like that. So it really doesn't affect the hardcore players of the game, and it's the hardcore players that always complain about it. But, if they actually take a step back and, realize, it's going to take a long time for them players to get, to where you're at. And when they do, it's not like you're going to be forced to raid with them. Yeah, there's always going to be people that just plain suck in every single game. It happens. It's all relative. It's not like going free to play is instantly going to bring all the bad people to a game. The ratio is the same, whether it's free to play or pay to play. It really doesn't matter. It's all relative to each other. An X amount of percentage of the player base is going to be, this bad or be that good. So it really, the ratio stays the same, and the game's gonna remain the same. So it's not that really isn't an issue. Let's see, what's another thing I always hear about people complaining in chat. Let's see. Oh, people don't have to work for their gear. When it goes free to play, yeah, it's true. You can buy some dungeon gear to get into entry level raids. how much a gear is going to cost, and what it's going to cost to get all that epic dungeon gear really doesn't matter to me. Let them get the dungeon gear. It doesn't matter, because sure, if they can, like I said before, they can buy all the gear they want, but if they don't have any kind of situational or raid awareness, or have just really shit reaction time to mechanics, no amount of gear is gonna save their life. If someone's bad, you're gonna see it right away. And yeah, some people that have never played an MMO before like this, or some people who have played MMOs but not ones with mechanics in raids, like this one, where it's a little bit more difficult. Yeah, sure, they're gonna get their face rolled a couple times, and they will eventually get better. Some people there's no hope for, others there are. But everybody was a noob at MMOs at one point. Not everybody was perfect, and I just fell off the fucking cliff. I gotta get back up there somehow. But yeah, I mean, it's not really that big of an issue in my opinion. People always make a big deal about it, and in my opinion, it's gonna, the bigger the community is, the better. The dungeon queues will probably, stay pretty much the same. Might even get slightly slower due to the fact that, how many people on a free-to-play game is actually going to take the time to learn how to tank or heal. They're probably just going to go, like, noob pew pew and call it a day. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to free-to-play because I get a bunch of free shit. I mean, I really don't care. I mean, there's nothing on the, Rift store that I could buy that's any kind of advancement for my character. Sure, I can get like the rep potion stuff, so I can max out a couple of my reputation or notoriety things that I don't have maxed out yet. I can get small stuff like that, and other than that, there's nothing I'm really gaining out of it. So there's nothing really bad I can say about it. It gives people who, let's say, can't afford to play Rift but want to, a chance to play it, and play the entire game. And there's a lot of good people out there that have a lot of raiding experience, but just can't afford to play or pay a sub to a game. So, my hopes is that a lot of really good people will come to the game and play it. Another thing I see people complain about a lot is the say the auction house, like farmers bot or shit like that. Well, I'm a farmer too, but I don't bot. With how things are going to be sold on the auction house, now, I really don't see it being a problem because, farmers can farm all they want, and, botters can bot all they want. If they can actually post the stuff before they get banned, well, then good for them. But, I mean, they're going to drive the market price down so far on stuff that, sure, some farmers like me who farm a lot will make a little bit less plat, but, as you see, I have plenty of plat. I have nothing left to spend it on. Like, I spent another, 2,000 plat in the last couple days just on artifacts, just to complete sets, just because I had nothing else to spend it on. So, anyone that's any sort of an avid farmer isn't going to be affected, no matter how many bots there are, because the bigger the population is, the bigger the demand is. So, even if there's, botters farming stuff, it's going to get sold, just that, it's going to get sold that much quicker anyways. So, you're not really going to lose a hell of a lot on it. So it really isn't a big deal. Let's see, what else could there be? I mean, that's pretty much the main points. I mean, Rift going free to play doesn't change the game. It's not like, people make a big deal out of it, like, oh, Rift isn't going to go to hell if it goes free to play. No. If I take a screenshot right here, right now, and while I'm, on a subscription, and after it goes free to play, take another screenshot in the same spot, it's going to look the same. There's going to be the same stuff around. It's going to be the same game. It's not like all of a sudden the graphics go to low quality rendering and looks like Minecraft or some shit like that. I mean, the game stays the same. Free to play or pay to play really doesn't matter. The game is the game. Diablo 2 was an epic game. I probably spent more time on that game than any other game in history. Multiple level 99s on hardcore, that takes some time. And you know what? If they put a subscription on the game, it ain't going to make it any better. It's just that you have to pay for it. I mean, obviously it won't happen, but, you know, just because you put a sub on a game or take a sub away from a game, it doesn't change the game itself. So, you know, the business model is the business model. It really doesn't matter. If a game is good, people will come and play it. If it's not, people won't go and play it. You know, look at, you know, Star Wars The Old Republic. Like, what, 15 people play it now, I think? I mean, the storyline was good, but in my opinion, it wasn't an MMO. It was a glorified single-player game. But, you know, that's what it comes down to. Nothing changes in the game. The veteran players get a whole bunch of free shit, and that's about it. And you have more people to play with. You have more people to do zone events with. More people to, you know, do CQ pre-mades with. You'll have more people to do everything with. So I really don't see how people can really complain about more people on the game to do stuff with. You know, yeah, there's going to be a percentage of the, you know, population that are, you know, probably shouldn't play games, but, you know, whatever. It's free to play. They can do what they want. You know, you have the option to form your own party with people of your quality standards and queue for stuff by yourself. You don't have to, you know, do a random queue and get stuck with a bunch of baddies. I mean, there is an option to make a party and, you know, do it yourself. So, you know, with that all said, I'm looking forward to free-to-play. There's nothing bad that can really come from it. The only way I could see that something bad can come from it is that if they somehow monetize raid gear, which they won't, and they currently aren't going to. So, even at that, even if a fresh player bought all the raid gear just to make themselves look good, even though they didn't earn it, it doesn't matter if they bought it. As soon as they get into a single raid, and people see how bad that person is because they have no raiding experience, they're going to get kicked from the raid. So you really don't have to worry about them for very long anyways. So, as long as you've got moderate skill level, you won't be affected by this in any way, shape, or form. So, that is it for my little, you know, what I think about Rift going free to play, and, you know, free to play versus pay to play. And it comes down to that the game is the game. Skyrim is free to play. It's not an MMO, but it's free to play. You don't have to pay a subscription. And if you had to pay a subscription to play it, I would gladly pay a subscription to play Skyrim. I love that game. I have, according to Steam, I have like 700 and some hours on that game. It's fucking badass. It's worth it. But it's currently free to play, and if they did put a sub on it, I'd pay it because it's a good game. You know, if a game's good, people will pay for it, you know, or they won't. I mean, it's pretty much what it comes down to. So, I mean, if the game's good, the game's good. It doesn't matter what way you play the game, whether it's paying for it or not. Like Minecraft. Minecraft is a pretty basic, simple game, but you know what? It's kind of fun to play. At first I thought I was retarded, but I got to play it, and it was actually kind of interesting. Actually, I have a couple videos of building some pretty cool, you know, mega structures on my YouTube channel here. So, so yeah, I mean, if you just take a step back and look at the overall picture of things, nothing changes. You know, it's not like, you know, the game goes free to play of all of a sudden they take away all the Storm Legion expansion zones or, you know, shit like that. So, nothing changes game-wise other than we get more people and we get a bunch of extra free fluff stuff. So, so yeah, that is about it. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed it in the video, like after I process it, like the screen will like lag, like, and my character will jerk forward a little bit. That's because I've Frap set to split the video files like every 4 gig, I think it is. So, you know, whenever it lags or hesitates like that, it's because the video's splitting and it's starting a new video file. So, but yeah, that is about it. That's about that's almost a full lap of farming around this place. So, I am going to continue on farming, and I'm going to get this uploaded before raid tonight. I do have raid tonight. I forgot to record the Golok fight last night, which is the boss before Regulos. I had the Regulos video up, but forgot to record Golok last night. Like, I had Fraps running all night, but we got to Golok, and I just forgot to hit the record button. So, you know, that's happened a lot. So, you get so into a game, you forget to do, you know, the other things outside of it. So, kind of sucks you in. But anyways, let's see here. Let's make a leap of faith. New video file loading. There we go. Good. Alrighty. So that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave your comments and questions below, and I will respond to any questions, asked to me, of me, or whatever. So, alright, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.